record on this computer. Okay, so right now what's going on is you don't know about the eternal night thing yet. That's going to come in a couple of hours. You'll find that out. So tonight, you're huddled around the campfire. Lewin and Selenia, you guys are walking along in the forest, and you see a dim orange glow nearby, and you both, knowing you're close to the group that you're trying to find, you realize that you have finally caught up with them. Everybody else, you're kind of sitting around the campfire. What do you want to be talking about?
My character's probably talking about how great my race is.
Okay, so we have a racist.
Whoa. My character's probably just sitting there tuning an instrument.
Okay. Matt, what's your character doing?
Probably talking about stuff I'd like to steal.
Okay. And I'm going to say that John's character is probably tinkering with something. I don't know what.
He probably doesn't know what either.
He probably doesn't yet, given the fact that he created a colossal clockwork dragon on accident that is now kind of rampaging through the countryside. Spoiler alert.
So, is John evil?
John is actually, I think, good. He's just not very wise. He doesn't pick up on
I thought
things.
he was leaning toward evil now. He considers himself neutral now.
Yeah, he's leaning towards neutral because he found out that his great old one patron is kind of the embodiment of evil. His great old one is literally the thing that created all evil in the universe or the multiverse. So
yeah, and he was just kind of like, oh, well, he's been good to me so far.
Yeah, basically. He was like, yeah, it's
Can't be
worked
that
out
bad.
so far. Selenia and Lewin, you guys approach the encampment. You realize these are the right people. What are you gonna tell them?
Hello, fellow travelers.
We've been looking for you for some time.
I maybe wouldn't put it that way, but
I
yes,
will.
we have been.
Well,
I start kind of backing away because I'm nervous that somebody's been hunting me.
Yeah.
And who are you? I say while drawing my sword.
Oh, well, you can call me Luen.
That is your name. That is not who you are.
Oh, well, isn't a name much of what a person is?
Where do you hail from?
Oh, a place you probably wouldn't know. Very far away.
Try me.
I just need you to name drop the most obscure place you can think of.
Me?
Yeah, you were from. Yeah. Where do you think you're from?
Can I look at the map?
Yeah. So it's the continent of Broodween, but.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm from a city far away, named. Sorry, I'm not in character. I'm just right now. I'm trying to come up with a city name off the top of my head.
Hold on, I'll find it.
Ding dong.
Actually, you know what? If you want a minute to do that, I have a quick question to reorient.
Okay.
What? So we're still in the alternate, like we're still in desert world, right?
You're still on the other continent. You are currently in the woods north of that little island. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Is the cleric dude still with us? Like, am I still a crazy person?
You are still a crazy person. The cleric is dead.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't we go through and introduce our new characters to her, because she hasn't met them either.
Yeah,
We have 5 new characters.
Yeah, you're right.
For reference, I'm now a small bird.
Okay.
My character's name is Kaya. She's a small parrot, basically. And she's relatively uncomfortable with most people. And she doesn't really care about people, to be honest.
Okay.
Matt, or Laura. Laura can tell your story, actually.
Yeah, so me and Matt are brother and sister, and we're cat people. Matt, do you also look like a snow leopard?
He looked more like Apollo, so he's more gray than white.
Okay. And basically, you don't know much about, like, he's probably just standing off to the side being, curious, but I look like a performer.
Okay.
Oh.
So basically, I'm a bard. I'm still kind of working out some of the kinks. So I was trying to study up on bards today.
Huh.
Yeah, we're like a team of professional thieves that perform in front of the doctor.
Should you be calling people this?
Am I explaining this in
Yeah,
character?
I think we're explaining it out of character.
Yeah, right now we're out of character. We can explain things in character a little bit later.
Okay. Well, yeah. So we perform in front of the aristocracy, and she performs, and I walk around stealing stuff.
Fair enough.
So basically, I'm the distraction while he goes around with the sticky fingers.
And my character, her story, apparently the race that I am doesn't like to leave and go on adventures. And so her story is that her entire family was kidnapped by a bunch of drow and killed. Or, well, I think they're still missing, but they're not. They're dead.
Okay.
And you guys killed them
Yeah.
when you released that spore.
Surprise! Yeah.
But I don't know that yet. My character doesn't know that yet, so don't ruin it for her.
No, I won't.
All right. So, who else is new? So, John's character surprisingly didn't die. Your character didn't die.
John runs away.
John is a little scaredy cat. John's a little pansy man.
Yeah, Fenthok's good at running away.
Literally every time, the only reason he's survived is because he runs away. Like, first
First
person
turn
to
to
run
combat.
away, John. John runs away. Fenwick, gone.
I mean, he shoots things from a distance and then runs away when things go wrong, right?
He's not loyal.
Okay. You build
Look,
shit.
I died for you, Henry. He
Yeah,
died.
and that was a dumb idea. I was against it.
This is true. You were like, hey, just leave me. I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
No,
I mean,
I'll save you. Yeah.
I mean, I was a paladin that couldn't climb a rope. That was a mistake. Too weak.
It was honestly pretty epic how you.
Yeah.
It was pretty amazing.
I did like the feather fall and then try to grant invisibility. That was clever.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have only taken like 3d6 damage from the fall.
Yeah, that probably wasn't that necessary. But I thought it was cool.
Yeah. All right. So, Zane, did you see what I texted you in the group chat?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
All right. So,
yes, I am from the proud city of Melaluma.
this
A distinguished member of the monastic order of the Silver Dragon. But that probably doesn't mean much to you.
by the way, folks who have been around for a while, you've never heard of the city of Melaluma.
Or the monastic order of the Silver Dragon, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Unless a lot's happened in the.
Yeah, no. You've never heard of Melaluma, and you've never heard of the monastic order of the Silver Dragon. It sounds like hogwash.
Why have you been
I sound like a crazy old man, and I look I'm an elf, and I look old for an elf. Like I look like an old person, and I'm an elf, and elves usually don't look old.
Tony, John's not coming. Remember, he's going to be gone at a conference.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check with the test.
Sorry.
That's okay. Does somebody want to play his character if we get into a fight? Should be able to just pull up his stuff. It's pretty much just Eldritch Blast and run away.
Yeah, I would say like cast. Can he just cast invisibility if he has that, and then just hide?
Let me see if I can pull up his stuff, and Matt and I can play him when we fight.
Sounds good.
And then I might have to have either Tony or someone play for me when I have to go put this little one to bed.
Okay.
And so with John, it's Eldritch Blast and run away if everyone's dying.
Yeah, pretty much. Hi, kitty cat. No, that's a Gaia. Never mind. Hi, Gaia. Gaia, what you doing?
We're here, Nick.
All right.
What?
So, anybody have more questions for Zane's character or Henry's character?
I think we can play Fenwick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Henry, do you want to do any introductions for your character? Tell them who you are.
No. I think I'm good.
Okay. So the two new people, one looks pretty crazy, the other one's mysterious.
Excellent.
Okay. So
Have you all eaten? It's like dark, right?
yeah, it's probably close to 8 or 9 at night right now.
No. No, we've not eaten.
Oh, good. How many people have eaten? Just immediately, like, kept keeping track of my fingers.
I feel like at the same time you're like pulling things out of your pack like a skillet.
Oh yeah, exactly. I pull out this. I have this huge pack on my back, and I like take it off, and I start pulling stuff out. I've got like a box filled with spices.
Which, by the way, may be past their prime.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm traveling with them, and I don't have refrigeration or anything like that.
Yeah.
My character chooses to fly up to a tree and hide.
Okay.
I'll take that as a yes, that you've already eaten. So if people respond, I try to make enough food for whoever says they haven't eaten. Whoever even without asking if you want any food.
I'm going to be very comfortable because I've been with you for a while, and I want you to make me food.
Okay, I know I'm making you food. Yeah. Okay.
But from a perspective of everybody else, I seem very comfortable with what's going on right now. Like, this is normal and not crazy, even though you look crazy.
Oh man, what would that even be? Make a survival check, but add your proficiency because you're doing
Sweet.
you're cooking.
Okay, cool. Uh-oh. It's 9.
9
Does
total.
some
Great.
songs for when he cooks.
Does he what? Have a song for when he cooks? I don't know.
Yeah, like Zelda song, you know, boop boop boo boop boop boo, you know.
I could totally have a song.
When Zelda is when Link is cooking, it goes.
I'm on it, guys. I'm on it.
Yeah, I'm humming that song.
Give me 5 seconds here.
Hey,
Just
Tony.
make sure. I'll send this to y'all in the chat. This is his song.
Okay.
My character is using her cantrip
There you
message
go.
and basically
Enjoy.
she's asking her brother if these
So
people.
why have you all been following us?
Change.
John invited us.
It had
Stop. What's going on?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. You were saying you were doing something. You were talking to your brother.
Yeah, I was messaging my brother asking him if these people seem trustworthy to him.
These people what?
Seem trustworthy.
Oh, I give you kind of a so-so.
Okay. So yeah. Lisa, what was your question? You were asking about why they're following you?
Yes. Sorry. I didn't realize that I had my speaker muted, so it sounded like everyone was quiet.
That makes sense. Well, I believe we have mutual interests that we need to see out. But let's talk about that after food.
Okay. Zane, while you are cooking, this is the song that is playing according to Lisa.
Oh my god, I'm not singing that. Is that actually what Link's singing?
No, it's literally.
Oh, it's from The Little Mermaid. Maybe something kind of like this. Not quite as ridiculous.
It's a little bit terrifying to all the rest of us. Like,
Yeah, definitely a bit dark, a bit of a dark song, dark twisted song about killing meat, and I like maybe pull out some like dried meat that I've had and throwing it into a stew.
Okay.
I talk about skinning small animals and stuff like that.
So the cuisine that Zane's character just put in front of you guys, most of you have been kind of living out in the wilderness for a while, so it tastes fine. Laura, you kind of are taken aback at how bad this tastes, given your prissiness, and you can either refuse to eat it or make a face while eating it. You may choose.
I'm gonna have my servant just bring me more wine.
Okay.
I love that.
good choice.
And then Jen, I don't know how your character would feel about the food. It's not.
Is it meat or not?
There's definitely some meat in it.
Oh, I screed down. You awfully humans.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Jen's character is vegetarian.
Okay, that's awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try to make something different next time.
Never. Your pan has touched meat, you blasphemous fiend.
Oh my god.
You know, you sound terrible, but I have actually seen somebody in line ahead of me at like Chipotle that was like, "No, you can't make the food there because meat has touched it."
That's about how my character feels.
Yeah.
I'm not actually a vegetarian, but my character is, and so she's very defensive about it, and she wants to protect her feelings and her beliefs. And I fully stand behind that. Like, she's fully just trying to protect her beliefs.
That's fine.
Also, she's a bird, and seeds are her main diet.
That makes sense. I guess it'll be hard for me to make something that maybe I'll make some kind of cake or something if I ever get an oven.
A nut cake.
You
Yeah.
can make a bird bread.
The cake is a
Yes.
I think. Well, maybe not.
Maybe I should get buy like an ox and like a wagon and like start carrying around an oven.
Yes.
So that I can get really intense with the cooking.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it good cooking though?
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty good at cooking. I have proficiency in it, and I have a decent wisdom. I just rolled really bad.
yeah.
Your first attempt was a bad.
Yeah. And I think the DC listed in like Xanathar's guide or something for like gourmet cooking is like either 15 or 20. So as I get a higher wisdom and a higher proficiency, I can start making better stuff.
Yeah. All right. So, as the night draws on, you guys start to go to your respective bed rolls and fall asleep, who is taking watch, or are we having a watch?
I can trance.
Hey, me too.
What trance? Does that mean you can stay up, kind of?
Yeah, basically.
Like
You're
doing
just-
it before.
Our perception is fully there.
Yeah.
Nice.
My character's probably sleeping in a tree.
Okay.
Yeah, my character would probably crawl up into a tree using her cat agility, but she would be making like a huge bed out of blankets and stuff with the biggest branch she could find.
Okay. So as you guys start to fall asleep, Lisa and Zane's characters are entering their trances. Lisa and Zane, I need both of you to make perception checks.
I got an 11.
Wow, that sucked. I rolled a 7.
All right. Yeah. Woo! So neither of you wake up to this. But as you're sleeping, various woodland critters come up and start sniffing around. Zane, your character apparently forgot to put away the leftover stew.
Damn it.
When you wake up in the morning, well, I'll get there. They eat all of the stew that was left over, as well as some other food that was laying around, and they some of them poop near the camp. As you all wake up after getting a full night's sleep, you begin to be confused, thinking that you were aroused in the middle of the night by something that must have woken you. It's still pitch black out, and you don't know what time it is, but you're pretty sure it's still night. You're pretty sure even though you feel completely rested, you feel like it's probably still nighttime. Because besides the light from the twin moons above and the stars, there's nothing. There's not even a hint of the sun coming up over the horizon.
Can I make a nature check? Is that the right check to try and see if I understand what's happening?
Sure.
That's the right one, right?
I think so. We can work with it either way.
I got a 20. Not a natural 20, but a 20.
So, Jen, you've kind of, as a ranger, been out in the woods a lot, and you've gotten used to having to tell not the exact time, but roughly the right time by where the moon is in the sky.
Ooh, I like that.
So, with where the moon is in the sky, you would expect that the sun would be coming up from the opposite direction, but it's not. Something is different.
Okay, so guys, I just noticed while sitting up in my tree that there is something strange going on. It's not really cloudy, or is it cloudy, Tony?
No, it's perfectly clear.
It's not really cloudy, and we should really be seeing the sunrise right now, and it's definitely not an eclipse of any sort. So I'm a little concerned about what's going on right now. Have you guys noticed it's a little abnormally dark?
It seems a little bit darker than normal, but sun came up yesterday, so I don't see why today would be any different.
Yeah, are you sure?
Then you're about 100% sure on this.
I'm very certain that this is not normal. I can definitely tell you that right now the sun should be rising. We should see some light. And I know that you guys don't know me that well, but I'm telling you, this is very concerning.
It's strange that we're all rested too, even though the sun's not coming up yet. I'm not happy about this. I tend to believe you, ranger person, bird.
Thank you. Thank you.
Crazy bird lady.
I do understand a little bit about the sun, so I'm just trying to help us figure out what's going on.
Do you think it's something that's just specific to this area, or can you tell if it's
I'm
something
from here.
No, I know, but like just above us. Like, I mean, did someone cast a spell on our party so that we're ensconced in some kind of a magical darkness, or is this something that extends throughout the entire land?
I see your point. That's a good question. I don't know a spell to find out if it's magical. Does anyone know of any spell or way to determine if it's a magical sort of situation?
Which one of your characters? Have John's character make an Arcana check.
Arcana? Okay, hold
Yeah.
on. Let me pull up his. +3. Okay. He rolled a 19.
A 19?
Yeah.
John's character pipes up with, well, the only spell I know of that would cause this kind of darkness would be localized around us. And we wouldn't be able to see stars or the moons.
So it'd be like fully dark.
It would be fully dark. It would be pitch black. We wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah, that follows with what I was thinking.
Yeah, because of the cave with the many eyes or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that's really strange.
I
We should start keeping track of how long this goes on for.
Well, I suggest we keep moving toward my village and restocking supplies. And then we can continue. Because Fenthwick, Tony, did Fenthwick give us a rundown on what the adventure was? Yeah, he did, right?
I would say he did. Yeah, you guys have.
And we've agreed to help. So I was suggesting going to my village to stock up on supplies.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jen, do Aarakocras have dark vision?
No, we don't. Actually, most Aarakocras avoid the dark. I'm an exception because of the fact that I've chosen Drow as my hunted species.
Okay.
One of my hunted species.
So my character knows light, and I think she's going to cast it on her mace and use it like a giant flashlight.
Okay, good idea. Let's be one gigantic beacon for everything in the world.
Wait, how many people don't have dark vision?
Just Jen's character.
Why doesn't she ride on my shoulder?
I am tiny.
You are only 4 feet tall,
I
and
might be smarter. Yeah. Mine's
Yeah,
changed.
right on her shoulders then, because she's our strong force right now.
yeah. All right, so we have an Aarakocra riding on an elf.
You look like a falconer.
Yes!
Yeah, and I
I
mean,
am a wood elf. That's very appropriate.
Jen, you're what, like about the weight of a golden eagle, maybe a large golden eagle? So
Yeah,
30
less than 30 pounds.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, so Lisa, you don't even really feel that she's up there all that much.
Awesome.
It would be like if Perkinji or Azula was riding around on us.
Yeah, actually, she's supposed to look exactly like my bird Azula.
Yeah.
So actually, I'll go get Azula. You guys can see her, so you know what my character looks.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, so Lisa, Jen's character kind of gives you a rundown of where her village is located, and with your proficiency in navigation, you're able to, even though it's dark out, get your bearings and set a course to get to her village.
Sounds good.
And we will wait for Azula to show up.
Oh, you don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna get her in a sec. I'm just
Okay.
putting that away.
Okay. So, as you head deeper into the forest, not only is it still not brightening up like it should in the daytime, it's also getting foggy. And the fog has initially a faint scent of that is Azula.
Oh, it's got a hard scent?
It is a green cheek conure.
But it smells like green.
So the fog smells of chlorine.
Chlorine.
This smells like a noxious gas. Do we have a way to like protect ourselves?
Right now, with how it's not poisonous, it's not causing you anything other than some throat pain.
Okay. Can I like tie a piece of fabric around my face so I have a bandana?
Yeah. Go ahead. You now look like a bandito from like the Wild West.
Sweet.
So as you continue, the fog gets denser and denser, and after a while, you're pretty tired. You're not sure how long you've been walking, but based on how sore your feet are, it feels like you've probably been walking for about 12 hours straight.
Does this look like a good place to camp for the night?
So, aside from the fog, it seems like a pretty safe area. There are trees. You can find a little clearing where it would be safe to build a fire. And then, again, there are plenty of trees for you guys to kind of lay in if you are so accustomed to sleeping in trees.
I have a question.
Yeah.
My character should know this area well since we're on the way to my village.
Mm-hmm.
Is the fog normal?
So this is still probably 4 or 5 days away from your village, and this is a route that you haven't taken before.
Sure.
So you're not 100% familiar with this exact 5 by 5 mile stretch.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure if I knew.
Okay. However, Jen, make an intelligence roll with advantage.
That's rolling twice. Taking higher.
Yes.
I rolled a 16.
A 16?
Yeah.
You've read somewhere before that there are certain types of dragon that if they make their lair in an area, it tends to get foggy. You remember them saying something about the fog smelling foul, but you don't know how.
Oh,
this fog smells foul?
This fog smells like chlorine.
Okay. So I'm just gonna so I just want to mention to you guys that I think I've read somewhere that there's a type of dragon that may or may not produce a kind of weird smelling fog. And I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm just sort of mentioning that this is a thing that exists. And this is kind of an abnormal fog in my opinion.
Okay. Also, Lisa, your character, over the last few days, you've been trying to fight off thoughts of your cursed knowledge. But for the last 4 hours or so, you've felt a great clarity. Like you weren't even cursed in the first place.
Oh no.
excellent. Do we know anyone who?
We have to have greater restoration, right?
You have to have greater restoration.
Does the cleric?
He does not until he reaches 9th level.
I was gonna say, I know he can learn it.
Soon.
Do you know greater restoration?
No.
Okay.
So, are you guys bedding down for the night, or what's going on?
Yeah, do we want to turn around and try to find a different way, or do we want to take a chance and stay here?
Well, if she served us as a dragon here, I don't really want to sleep where there's a dragon around. I don't think
I'm
that's
not a
safe
big
at
fan
all.
of dragons either.
Bird Lady seems like she knows what she's doing.
Wait, actually, Tony, can you look on John's character sheet and see if he has Lehman's tiny hut and what that does?
Where is that at? I have it pulled up.
I have Lehman's tiny hut.
It's a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, I have it in my repertoire.
I would look and see what that does, because that might, it might do a lot of stuff that would be useful right now.
Let me
John
see.
does not have it.
A 10-foot radius immobile dome, so we can't move in it. It stays in one spot. A force springs into existence around and above you and remains stationary for the duration, lasts 8 hours. It ends if you leave its area. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside. If the spell fails, it is an area where if the area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast this spell, can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry, regardless of the weather outside. Until the spell ends, you can command the interior to become dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside of any color of your choice, but it is transparent from the inside.
All right.
That sounds good. We could
I'll
try
go down.
Leomund's tiny hut.
All right. Lori and Seth, Leomund's tiny hut.
Yeah, I guess if that's what we're doing is that what we're doing to bed down for the night?
It seems like a good idea, and maybe the Lehman's tiny hut would keep out the chlorine gas.
It will.
Sweet. That sounds like a good idea then.
All right, then I guess I'll cast Leomund's tiny hut in probably an area that is easy to disguise it.
Okay.
I think it's good. Yeah.
And what color are you making the outside?
Oh, well, what color is my surroundings? Foggy, like white-ish?
Foggy, gray, green, brown.
Yeah, just basically the color of the fog.
Okay.
They reflective.
No, it's not a color. That is a trait of an object.
So I tell everybody that the area that they need to be in when I cast it, and then when everybody is in the area, then I cast it. And then inside it's dimly lit and it's nice and dry and comfortable.
Okay. So everybody is currently in Leomund's tiny hut.
Nice.
Cuddled together like crazy people. All right. So, Lisa, as the hut kind of shows up around you, the thoughts of the cursed knowledge come back to you almost immediately.
Dang it.
Oh no.
Does anyone have some books?
Oh, well, I have a book, but it's really just some silly fables.
Oh, no, I need that book. Can I have that book? Can I borrow it? I really need to borrow it.
Sure, you might enjoy it, hopefully.
Thank you.
Of course.
Lisa, it's literally just a bunch of children's stories.
I don't care. Maybe it has something in it. You never know.
Could have something really important.
Okay. So, as you all fall asleep, your sleep is uninterrupted, and you are able to sleep easily throughout the day. As you wake up, and the hut kind of disappears after it's 8 hours. You look up, still no sun. It's a bit cloudy outside, so the stars aren't as well illuminated. And the moons have already kind of gone their way around. So they're like on the other side of the earth, or the world. So there's really...
Is it getting colder? Is it like...
So yesterday the temperature was probably around 70 degrees. Today it's dropped to 50.
Can I make a nature check to see if it's related to the sun, or? Because I would know what the season was and this region well enough to know if that's a normal drop. Right?
Yeah, go ahead and make a nature check.
I rolled a 22.
You kind of know that the reason the temperature's dropped so low is because there's no sunlight to kind of heat everything up.
Okay. Kind of what I figured. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. So,
Hey, Tony, with my history, with my character, I know that she's talked to a lot of people. She's performed for a lot of aristocrats, things like that. Would she have like a basis of knowledge to where she might be able to kind of think back, and if this reminds her of anything she's heard of or any rumors or anything?
this doesn't seem like anything that's happened in a very long time.
A very long time, meaning that it's happened, though.
Do we know that?
You don't know whether it's happened or not, but I can tell you that it's happened once before in the history of this world.
My character is actually a sage, and she studies knowledge, and she's writing a book.
Okay.
She has proficiency in Arcana, so would she know?
Make a history check.
History? Okay.
Yeah, because this is
19.
19. You remember reading a book that was in like the old section of the library, where they kind of put the books that nobody ever reads because they're like falling apart from age.
Yeah.
You came across this book. It looks like it was basically bound in like the original paper. Like if you think of like papyrus, it looks like it was made out of papyrus basically instead of real like normal paper.
Nice.
And it detailed a darkness that occurred right before what was basically the end of a large chunk of the civilizations of the world. They defined this event as the calamity. And although the book doesn't name the deity that caused it, it was a being of great chaos that basically caused the sun to stop shining on the earth, or on Terlane.
Good. I choose not to tell anyone.
Okay.
Good choice.
I don't feel like causing chaos, and I don't like you guys that much. Yet.
Okay. Fair enough. Nobody else knows about this. Plus, if Lisa knew about it, she'd probably want to find the book.
No, I know. Exactly. So let's just leave it where it is. We're all going to bed now.
Okay. Well, actually, you're all waking up now.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But it is still pitch black outside. It's actually darker than it was yesterday because of the clouds.
Good.
Can we see fog outside of the dome?
Yeah. The fog is still very dense.
Is it thicker than before, or is it about the same?
It's been getting steadily denser the further into the woods you go.
I don't like this, but okay.
Okay. What are we doing?
Well, we could try to find a different way around, you guys.
Is it possible for me to say climb a tree? Does the fog end at a certain point to where we might get a better view of in a distance? And I know I would say Jen's character could do this, but she can't see at night.
Yeah, I can't. Sorry.
So, Laura, you find a really tall tree that would allow you to scan for about a mile in all directions.
All right. Do you want me to like roll acrobatics or something for that?
Roll perception.
Okay, so you're just gonna say that I'm able to climb the tree.
You're literally a cat person.
I know.
I might have you roll getting out of the tree, but not going up.
Ah, shoot. So perception. I only rolled a 7.
Okay. From what you can tell, the fog stretches out infinitely in front of you. But if you look back the way you came, you can see that the fog kind of starts to waver a little bit, about a half mile back.
Am I able to tell where it's kind of coming from?
You see that it's denser to your, like, the direction that you're going, and to the right a little bit. So northeast of where you are is where it's
While I'm in the tree, I do message because I'm guessing I can see everybody, but they can't quite hear me since it's such a tall tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I just message the information
You have to pick one.
to Jen's character.
Okay. Jen, you receive a message from Laura's character relaying that information to you.
Okay.
Laura,
Do I
I need you
have
to
to
make
tell
it.
everyone?
Huh?
I said, do I have to tell everyone?
No.
I'll tell everyone. It's fine.
Laura, I need you to roll an acrobatics check to get out of the tree.
25.
25?
Yes.
Yeah, like a pro, you get out of the tree. Like you've done it a million times.
I do it with a flourish at the end, like at one of my shows, like the very end of my show, just like one of my little showstopper poses.
Okay. It looks really, really like well put together. Like she choreographed this for a long time. Because you rolled a 25. All right. I need to know marching orders of people. So you see your group of characters over here. So let's start off with Lisa. Is your character going to be close to the front or the back?
Probably close to the front.
I wouldn't mind being in the back because I can kind of protect if someone like ambushes us, but I can also get to the front really quick.
Okay.
Where are we marching through right now? Are we like along a road or just through the forest?
You are in the middle of a forest. There's no road that you can see.
Can I be traveling through the treetops?
Sure. Let's see here. Alandrin, let go of the thing. Thank you. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to kind of put you over here to signify that you're up in the trees.
Oh, but you're a tabaxi, so you have like a climb speed. That's cool.
Yeah. The people running Fenthwick, where's Fenthwick at?
I have him. He's going to probably be toward the back because he's more a support.
Okay. Henry, where's your character going to be?
Near Lokag. Or, no, he's Lokag said. What's your new character's name?
Leowin?
Leowin.
Yeah. All right.
Towards the middle.
Okay. That's my character. Jen, where's your character going to be located in the pack?
Probably riding on Illyria's shoulder just because I'm blind. And
Okay.
I can fly away from the group pretty quickly if I need.
Okay. And last but not least, Laura, where's your character going to be located in the pack?
He's pretty squishy, but she refuses to be the last person, so she's going to be in front of whoever's last.
Okay. So here we go.
I feel like he's setting us up for battle.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like this, but okay.
Yeah. So I need to know, are you guys trying to find a new route, or are you going to continue through your current direction?
What if we change our path just a little bit so that we're still walking in the same direction, but we walk in the direction where the fog is less thick? Because I think if the dragon is creating this, it would be emanating from the dragon. So.
Okay.
No, you don't want to go towards the densest point.
Okay. Everybody kind of agree with that, or do we have dissenters?
I think that makes sense. We don't want to like go and get poison ourselves.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I'm not yet immune to poison.
So as you guys kind of change course a little bit, who's in? Lisa, I need you to make a perception check.
Hopefully this one's better than the last one. 9.
9? Okay. So you guys continue walking along. Let's see what's going to happen. All right. Lisa, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
17.
17? You hear out of coming from your immediate right, the sound of charging feet, charging hooves. And as you hear the sound getting closer and closer and closer, you deftly move out of the way as a creature with a spike on its head that looks like a horse barrels past you.
Oh my god, it's a unicorn. I start chasing it immediately. We have to catch this unicorn. I need its
You don't
blood.
have to chase it. It stands, turns, and in Elvish, looking directly at you, it tells you to leave or forfeit your life.
Do any of the rest of us see this?
The people with dark vision do. Jin, you kind of just feel a burst of air fly past you.
Actually, I think I have the ability to speak Celestial. Would that be a unicorn?
Well, it's
It would be a unicorn. But I'm sure Lisa's character is basically going to yell, "Oh my god, it's a unicorn!" As soon as she...
Do I okay, so they're not beasts, so I can't pull any of my spells that have like friendship with animals and stuff.
No, unfortunately not.
It won't work to make him help us.
No.
It sounds like he is our friend, though.
So if it's not beast, is it considered humanoid?
It is a celestial.
So nothing that does humanoid will affect it then. Okay.
No.
Why do we forfeit our life? What is there in the forest?
It repeats its initial warning and adds, "Me or my master will enjoy killing you."
I don't think this is actually a unicorn then.
No.
Because they're supposed to be good. I say that in common, even though I do speak Elvish, just in the hope that it doesn't understand common.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So in common, I'm going to speak back to everyone. Do we stand and fight, or do we turn and run?
So my character speaks both Celestial and Elvish, and I think I want to question the word master being used by the unicorn.
Okay.
So,
Talk to it in Celestial. We'd be able
Oh,
to
yeah.
the unicorn.
Yeah, so-
Exactly. It might not actually speak Celestial if it's not.
so I'm going to go speak Celestial to this unicorn and ask it if it's, what do you mean by your master? Who's your master?
How dare you use my tongue? My master and I will enjoy eating your bones.
Can
Because unicorns are inherently good doesn't mean all unicorns are good.
This one has been corrupted.
Can I cast Enemies Abound?
What does that do?
Oh wait, no, maybe not. I don't think it does what I thought it does. Loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe regarding all creatures it sees as enemies. Yeah, that wouldn't help us.
No, because you guys are literally the only creatures it sees, so it's just going to continue to attack you. Henry, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw real quick.
seriously?
Yeah.
You're gonna go Henry again?
I got a 2.
A 2, okay. Next, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
I got a natural 20.
All right, good. So, Henry, you're taking 9 points of damage as the unicorn's horn digs into your stomach, and you get lifted off of your feet and thrown backwards, but you're able to catch your feet just in time to keep from being knocked prone.
Can we roll initiative now?
Actually, first I need to ask Lisa if she wants her character to take an attack of opportunity on the unicorn as it runs by.
Yes.
Okay, do it.
I desperately want this unicorn's blood. Just, letting everybody know that, if you have a chance, please catch some. That would be super. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I navigated off of my character page. So I can figure out how to handle my way onto the mount. Wow. Sucks.
Wait, did we know beforehand that we needed these things? Did the characters that have died and like my character who's new, does she know that we need unicorn blood?
You would know that. I think, yeah, Venther probably gave that information to you guys.
Okay. So, on that note, would it be acceptable to start combat?
Well, I have to make an attack of opportunity, so in doing so, I will initiate combat with the unicorn, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
If that makes sense.
It does, yeah. I'm always thrown off by opportunity attacks, whether or not they do that.
Okay. So, Lisa, what did you...
Yeah, so actually, since I didn't know what was going to happen to, I forget Hank's character's name, I'm actually going to use sweeping attack. And what that does, well, first, I rolled a 19. Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay, so sweeping attack. When I hit with a melee weapon, maybe it's maneuvering attack that I wanted. Oh, it is maneuvering attack. So when I hit with a melee weapon, I add the total of my Battlemaster maneuver die to the roll, but then a creature that can see or hear me can use its reaction to move up to half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks from the target of my attack. So as I make this attack, I shout to Hank to move out of the way, and hopefully he can move his character out of the way so that he doesn't get hit.
I'll say that works, because that sounds kind of cool.
Go team.
Yeah, I like this stuff.
All right.
Am I still on your shoulder?
Let me roll for damage real quick. After I get back to my equipment page here. Having some issues at the moment.
Illyria, am I still on your shoulder?
That's up to you. I mean, I'm going to make this attack of opportunity. If you want to fly into the air, you can. Otherwise, if you just hang tight, we should be okay for a while.
And actually, I'm going to have an acrobatics check, Jen.
You want me to?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check while Lisa's calculating her damage.
Dude, none of my damage is... Oh, here it is. Damage.
21.
Okay.
6 plus 8. Okay, 14 damage. Boom!
Oh, and I didn't take damage from the getting gored type of thing?
Exactly.
Nice. I didn't get gored.
Yes!
Heck yeah. The best.
I
Thanks,
tried.
Illyria.
You're welcome.
All right.
It's like a seriously awesome 6th level.
All right. So I need everybody to roll initiative.
Initiative.
Yay. And remember, I will go through the list to ask what your number was. So 25 to 20. Jen, what did you get?
You're on my foot. 20.
Okay. 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Lisa, what did you get?
18.
Henry, what did you get?
19.
All right.
My negative modifier.
10 to 15. Laura, what did you get?
14.
14. 5 to 10.
I got 7.
Matt?
Okay. Matt, what did you get?
1 sec, sorry.
But wait,
Oh, I got a.
your initiative is on the Internet Explorer.
Yeah, I got like a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll roll for John real quick.
What's this?
No. Internet Explorer. Here. That's you. Your initiative is +4.
Yeah, so it's
All right. And the unicorn. Unicorn say +2. All right. First up, we have Jen's character. Jen, what are you going to do?
Oh, she pooped on me.
What? Stop. Okay, chill. Don't freak out. It's just a bird pooping. Sorry, Matt distracted me.
It's
What
okay.
did you say? You asked me a question?
I asked what you were going to do.
Oh, fudge. So I have a question about my character. Can she fly up and shoot an arrow at the same time? Or is it one or the other?
And you're blind. I don't know if this is a good idea.
Thank you. Like
So
you get to
then the
fly
answer
up.
to your question is yes, you could fly up and shoot an arrow.
But I shouldn't?
I'm not going to tell you you shouldn't. That is entirely up to you.
You can't see where you're shooting, so you might hit one of us.
I will say you will get disadvantage on the roll.
If I'm sitting on her shoulder, can I shoot with an arrow and not hit her since I'm so close? Oh, it's disadvantage because I'm so close then, right?
So the unicorn is at least 10 feet away from you, so you wouldn't get disadvantage because of that. You're getting disadvantage because it's pitch black.
Oh, so I get disadvantage no matter what I roll.
Wait,
Yeah.
am I allowed, like, would I be able to assist her? Like, can I direct with my arm and shout how far away the unicorn is?
Oh, yeah. Use me
so
like
like
a
a-
falcon.
Turn.
You know what, Lisa? I will say yes.
Okay, but can she do that? Can we do that now, or does she have to wait until after my turn and forfeit her initiative?
With my initiative, I'll cast a spell if that's the case.
That
Yeah,
might be
go ahead and
covered
cast-
by the help action, like pointing and like that. I would imagine maybe.
Maybe. I have to look. I just think it's kind of cool that they're trying it. So regardless of what it says in the book, I'm willing to let it kind of go.
Yes.
Then in that case, I will cast Hail of Thorns so that my arrows do extra damage. They'll do an extra D10 of damage. Or 2D10, sorry. I'm going to go ahead and cast that this turn, and I'll wait till her turn so that next turn I can use an arrow.
Okay, sounds good. Next up, we've got Henry.
Alright. Alright, so my character is going to cut herself slightly. Because I need a drop of blood for this spell, apparently. So I'll pull out a knife and slice my hand open a little. And I'm going to debuff her using Bane.
Okay.
It looks like they need of the 3 creatures of your choice you can see within range, make a charisma saving throw. If the target fails that throw, an attack roll or a saving throw at the spell ends, they must roll a d4 and subtract that number from their attack roll or saving throw.
Okay, so she has to roll a charisma saving throw, you said?
Yeah, charisma saving throw. It's like charisma 14. Of course, the thing.
She rolled a 7.
Okay. So, I guess when she attacked, the unicorn attacks now, it gets a negative d4 against it.
Nice. Okay. Is it a bonus action or an action, Henry?
That's an action.
Okay. Next up is Lisa.
Okay. How do you want me to do the thing with Jen's character? Do you want me to count that as my second action? Is it like a optional third bonus action?
Sorry, this is outside the realm of what I typically see.
No, it's okay. This is kind of new. That's why I'm asking.
So it is considered an action
Yep.
in the
Okay.
book. So you would have to use an action to do it.
Okay, that's fine. So I guess I attack once, and then I will. How far away is the unicorn from me right now?
The unicorn is about 15 feet.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well. Oh shit. Oh, this is going to be bad. Somebody else needs to do this actually, because like if you think about it, I have to be next to the unicorn to attack it. I don't have any long range attacks, but Jen is at a disadvantage with her attacks unless she is at a long range.
Does Fentwick have night vision?
Fentwick does.
I can sit on his shoulder because he's a support character, so he'll sit in the back.
Yeah.
And he can use one of his actions to direct me and one to shoot an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, where is Fentwick relative to me? Can I run over there and transfer?
Couldn't I have flown on my, because I cast that spell, but can't I also?
Yeah, we could say that you used your action to fly over to Fentwick.
Someone might also have light in the party, right? I don't, but someone.
I have light.
Well, yeah, it fizzled because it's been a while, but.
But no, I didn't. Yeah, but I have it. I could cast it.
Yeah.
That's a solution path.
Yeah, maybe next turn.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Are we going to be in combat long enough to justify wasting a turn casting light?
Well, not only that, but is casting light going to bring this thing's master to us?
Good point.
Like, I don't know what its master is, but I don't really want to face that thing because all I can think of is that it's this dragon that's creating this nasty fog, and I don't really want to deal with that.
I think bird person should stop trying to shoot people.
Okay, I'm an archer,
Yeah.
so
Kind of what she does.
Hey, bird person, you're gonna shoot people. It's a bad idea.
it's exactly what bird people do.
Okay.
All right.
That's why I'm back here, bird person.
All
I
right.
will work on my methods.
I guess
So,
I'll heal you if you get hurt. If Jen shoots you, let's just put it that way. I can do
Wait,
that.
will I be shooting at disadvantage and can I hit people? Tony?
so the only way you would hit somebody is if you rolled a natural 1.
Okay, cool.
No, I'll take those odds. Those are good odds.
I thought Fentwick was going to help her.
He is. So with the help action, she would get advantage and then disadvantage, so they'd cancel out and she'd have like regular. At least I think that's what it is.
So if that's the case, your likelihood of hitting someone is probably pretty low.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'll still use it.
5%.
Woo! Sorry. I just rolled a natural 20 for my attack, Tony. That was my second attack, not the first. Well, yeah, the first one sucked both times I rolled. Second one was a natural 20.
Nice.
Everyone here.
Remember, that thing has disadvantage on saving throws, too. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Big fight.
It's true.
And I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing here. Okay. Can I switch weapons, Tony? Is that allowed?
Did you have a weapon out already?
I attacked with my short sword the first time.
Okay. Sure, but it'll be your bonus action.
Okay, that's fine. So with my bonus action, I'm going to switch over to my longsword, and then my first attack misses. My second attack was a natural 20. And can you remind me what that entails? It's like something special happens with the damage to it, right?
Right. So the damage die that you would normally roll, you double it. So whatever the value is on the die, multiply it by 2.
Okay.
And then you
Should
add
I?
bonuses.
Pardon?
That sounds like a dead unicorn.
Then you add your bonuses afterwards. So you double the dice and then add your regular bonus.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Oh, no, because I'm using it two-handed, so it's a 10. So 12, 16.
Whoa.
But then I'm also going to do the same Battle Master maneuver that I did last time.
Mm-hmm.
Get cured if you're just gonna pick it and throw it.
So another 8 to that is 24 to attack, plus whomever the unicorn charges at gets the opportunity, a reaction to move up to half their speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Okay. Next up is John's character.
So Fentwick is going to, let me just look at his thing, probably cast an Eldritch Blast. Where's Eldritch Blast? Hey, don't throw carrots. There it is. Okay, so I can shoot 2 beams of Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So I still roll a d20 for it, right?
Yep, you still have to roll to attack.
And it's with strength.
No, it's going to be with his spell attack bonus, which is +6.
Where do you see that?
So if you're on his main page.
Oh, I see it. I'm sorry. He has. Oops.
Bless you.
Bless you.
He has a 10. He rolled a 10 for the first one.
A 10 does not hit.
Okay, so for the second one, he rolled a 12.
A 12 just hits.
Okay, and then it's 1d10. 1d10. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. He rolled an 8.
8 damage?
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Laura.
Oh, and he did the thing that we talked about earlier. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. My character is, for her bonus action, going to give Bardic Inspiration to, I cannot remember Jen's character's name.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Oh, yeah.
She is going to give it to Kaya, knowing that Kaya has issues seeing right now. And that is, I want to say a D8. Let me check. Oh, come on. What would it be? Yeah, 1D8.
Azula, you're a monster. You're just
So
ripping
then you have a D8 that you can use. It can be added after seeing the roll, but not before knowing the outcome. And it's for one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay, so like if I'm rolling whether or not I hit, I can be like, oh, I want to add a d8 to this.
Yeah, like if you rolled a 12, you can be like, oh, I'm going to roll my D8.
Okay, cool.
And then I am going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
And sorry. And I am going to look at the unicorn and say, so you're a half unicorn. Was your mother a spider, or is your ass naturally that
huge? What does she have to do? Does she have to roll a saving throw?
Yeah, it's that. I want to say it's a DC of 15, a wisdom saving throw of 15 or higher.
She rolled a 14.
Oh, so 2d4. So that's 3. 6.
6 damage. Okay. It's now the unicorn's turn. Kind of battered and bruised. It's going to look around at each of you. You're too much trouble. My master and I will be back. And with that, it blinks out of existence.
Oh, that piece of shit.
Damn.
That unicorn.
Is there any blood on the ground from the unicorn?
Lisa, your character dealt slashing damage, correct?
Yes, it would be a sword.
I would say they're probably the equivalent of an ounce of blood on the ground.
How much do we need?
A quart.
Oh my freak.
I collect it in my flask.
Okay. Also,
Or just like scraping up blood like crazy.
she's scraping up blood like crazy. She looks kind of like unicorn blood is supposed to be super magical, but you've never seen somebody act this crazy before to get it. So Lisa, make a what kind of check is this going to be?
Best kind of checks.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. 8.
8. You get more dirt in your flask than actual unicorn blood.
God damn it.
But the unicorn is gone. Just disappeared.
Okay, can somebody play me? I gotta put a cranky baby to bed.
Yep, we got it. So unicorn is gone. And off in the distance, you hear a blood-curdling roar.
All right, we've got to move now. Which way are we going? Out of the forest or deeper into it?
The opposite direction of the sound's coming from. That's where we're going.
Let's do it. Let's leave now.
Yep.
We all start running as fast as we can away from this sound.
All right. Lisa, is your character in front still?
I guess so.
I need
Okay. Which direction are we heading?
You are heading southwest.
Wait,
So, like,
back toward that
there's a
one.
roar. We're going away from the roar. Where was the roar located
To your northeast,
at? Okay.
which is also the direction of Jen's village. You are running in the exact opposite direction of Jen's village right now.
Sorry, Jen.
Wait, so we're going back to the town?
Tony, can my character nudge her brother and say, hey, a dragon sword would be nice?
Sure. Matt, you see your sister running next to you. You know, a dragon's horde would be nice.
It registers. I think about it.
Okay. Lisa.
We haven't yet.
No, you have not. Lisa, I need you to make a perception check.
Jeez. Okay.
With disadvantage since you're running.
Okay. While I do this, other people, think about ways we can disguise our party so that we can hide and not be seen.
I have passed without a trace.
Well, that makes us sneaky. That doesn't make us invisible or difficult to see. That'll just make us hard to hear.
I think it kind of does. No, I think it also makes us hard to see. It's just all around.
Shadows and silence radiate, masking you and your companion from detection.
Lisa, you look upset.
I'm sorry, guys. I rolled an 8.
Lisa, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Excellent.
You want me to go ahead and cast Pass Without a Trace? It gives us a +10 bonus to dexterity.
That's helpful because I have 8 dexterity. So
Yeah, I'm very dexterous.
Well, I think that's to the stealth checks, right? Not to like. Is it, or is it
Oh, you're right.
Yes,
It does say stealth.
Lisa, what was your dexterity saving throw?
I rolled an 8.
An 8?
I mean, an 11. I'm sorry.
An 11. Okay. As you're running along at breakneck speed, you fail to see the change in the leaves that are clearly scattered on the ground hiding something. As you hit the edge of the pit trap, your foot falls through and you fall down 20 feet, landing on a bunch of spikes.
Oh, fuck. What?
She's not going to be dead.
yeah, right.
So, Lisa, as you land on these spikes, you take 7 points of damage from the fall, 6 points of piercing damage for just the spikes entering into you, and 13 points of poison damage as each of them have been spiked with the dragon's poisonous saliva.
Oh, that's
Excellent. Okay.
So that is 10, 26 points of damage.
Yeah.
cool. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, copies don't nay.
So, guys, you're all running with Lisa, and then you watch as Lisa falls. Who was directly behind Lisa? It looks like Fenthwick.
Really?
Yeah. Fenthwick needs to make a dexterity saving throw to see if he stops in time to keep himself from falling into the pit trap.
I think I need to too, since I'm a bird sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's have John, because if John stops, you might be okay.
You said dexterity?
Yeah.
His first roll is a 15, and his second roll is an 18.
Why did you have him roll twice?
Because you said saving throw, I thought.
Yeah, but he doesn't roll twice. He just rolls the once.
My bad. Well, his first roll was a 15.
So either way, the 15 is enough for him to kind of slide to a stop right before he would have fallen into the pit trap. Jen, you know how birds act when they get knocked off balance and they start flapping their wings to kind of regain their balance? That's what you're doing on his shoulder. You kind of hit him in the face a couple of times.
He deserves it.
He's fine. So, Lisa, you're the only one in the pit trap. Kind of feeling probably a little dumb for falling in a pit trap.
Can I help her, even though I can't see?
Um,
Because I can pick up 180 pounds.
Yeah, I could say that Fintwick kind of shows you where she's at, or points to where she's at, and you can fly down and grab her if you want.
Yeah, does that sound good to you, Illyria? I'll fly down and pick you up.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I got you. I got you back.
And I'm happy to heal you if you get out of that hole.
Oh, that's even better.
I don't know what's the right healing spell. Got all these healing spells. Got to figure this shit out.
So as you all are kind of thanking your lucky stars that Illyria is not dead, and while Henry is finding out what healing spell to use, the sound of the roar sounds like it's getting closer.
Roll on my face?
I want to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So it's 1d8 plus my modifier. So I find my d8. And let's see, my modifier is 3. So that's 4. Haha. So I rolled a 1.
Thanks. You'll just rub salt all over me.
Hey, it's all right. That's 4 health points. I wouldn't complain about that.
4 health points is what I got back?
Yeah, it's Cure Wounds. I just rolled bad.
That's not terrible.
Are you still hurt at all?
Oh, she has 22 points of damage on her now.
Well, yeah. So I'm down at 30 hit points. So if you want to try again, you can. Otherwise, I'm going to pop some healing potions before this dragon gets here.
Yeah, I guess I can. Let's see.
Should we take a short?
Let's do another Cure Wounds and see if it comes out all right. I have more slots, so why not?
Would taking a short rest help you, Illyria?
Yeah.
I don't know if we have time for a short rest.
Not while the whatever's coming.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what's coming. We know that it could be a dragon, but that doesn't mean it is.
Well, we could try to hide ourselves while we heal Illyria.
That's fair.
Yeah, try to
Yeah, I
get
think Pass Without a Trace would be a really good choice right now.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
I'll
cast
keep
it.
trying to heal Illyria.
I can go ahead and cast it.
I think Leowyn and I also have Mask of the Wild, so that should help us hide a little bit.
Well, what do we want to do? Should I cast Pass Without a Trace, which gives us stealth?
I think that's a good option right now because we kind of need, our best bet is probably for the entire party to hide. And the easiest way to do that is just if everyone has that massive bonus.
Yeah,
Okay, it's plus 10 to dexterity, so I'm going to go ahead and cast it.
Can we also hide in that little hut again?
Yeah, you could.
I think it takes 10 minutes to cast though.
Let me look at
We
Laura's.
cast all of these spells. I could cast Pass Without a Trace, and then they could cast the sleeping hut thing.
Yeah, you could do that. Let me just see how long it
But isn't the hut going to make it easier for him to see us? I look at this weird spot where there's no fog going on.
Not with Pass Without a Trace.
Maybe. I mean, I just
But they
think
might still be able to see the hut though.
the hut itself is what's going to be weird.
But it's supposed to match the colors. It's supposed to be
Yeah, she can
Yeah,
make
but
it.
it's like a a perfect sphere, kind of.
So he wouldn't be able to do anything to you while you're in the hut, and then you'd basically have to hope that he got upset with waiting for the 8 hours to end.
I don't know, guys.
Or he could just cover the hut in just like a huge pile of earth or something.
Let's do pass
And we
without
just
a
suffocate.
trace. Hide and do like a short rest, and we can go from there.
What if we put the hut inside the pit? I don't know how we would do that, but
So
It's
is
a
the
30-foot radius.
Pretty big.
Mine is the pass without a trace.
The dome is 10 foot in radius, which means that it's 20 feet in diameter. That's a lot larger than the pit.
okay, never
It
mind.
is.
Yeah.
I thought okay.
The pit was 20 feet deep, but it's like 10 feet in diameter.
I see.
Oh, so Lehman's Tiny Hut is only a minute to cast. That's like sort of pushing it. But maybe it could work. We probably just let's start by hiding, I would say.
So pass without a trace has been cast. We're good on that part. Now we need to make a decision.
Stealth checks.
Yeah, everybody.
I'm gonna make a stealth check. I'm gonna try to hide away from you guys if you're still talking.
Yeah.
That's a good point, actually.
I'm just saying that the pass without trace is a pretty good stealth. Why don't we just try to hide together?
It is a good spell. It increases your dexterity
No,
stealth.
no, I'm for just hiding using that.
So, Jen, I need you to make an intelligence check with advantage.
Okay, so maybe I'm doing advantage wrong.
You roll 2 dice, and you take the highest one.
But I did that earlier and you said no.
John didn't have advantage on the saving throw. He has proficiency.
I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. You realize that dragons, specifically dragons that would hunt in the forest, don't need to see or hear you to find you.
They have to track us with magical means. That's what the spell says. The only way we can be tracked is by magical means.
Yeah.
Smells.
Literally a dragon.
So he's tracking us with magic.
You're in his lair, technically, so yes.
So should I even cast it then?
That's what I want to ask you about is technically the unicorn knows where everything is that's within its domain. So the unicorn knows exactly where you are, regardless of whether you cast it. And the dragon just needs to be able to smell you.
Fine. What if I cast spike growth and none of us move at all? We stay where we're at. And what happens is a bunch of spikes grow up around us. If we move, we take damage. But if we don't, then we're fine. And if the dragon tries to attack us, he'll land on spikes.
You know of a nearby water source? If we can jump into the water, he can lose our scent.
I have a bunch of spices we could use. I'm not sure if that works.
Sure, let's roll.
Might be worth a try.
Spices.
You know what?
Actually, you know what? Maybe we could make like a spice bomb and just like throw shit in random places.
I like that. Can I just start spreading spices around in like a large area? And I'm really fast. I have a move speed of 60. Right? And I just spread spices around the whole area. And then we cover ourselves in spices.
I'm picturing like when, like you can like confuse dogs or whatever by like making them smell pepper or something like that. Maybe if we give them something really spicy that'll ruin his nasal passages.
Well, I do have this really strong pepper, but it sort of burns to the touch. So you just
throw it at the dragon.
Wait, so real fast. I actually have dragons are one of the species that I have chosen as a preferred enemy.
Yeah.
And so can I use Arcana? I don't know which one I want to use, but can I use animal handling to know if there's a good way to escape their to escape their knowledge?
Yeah, let me look at your character real quick, Jen.
He has a +6 at animal handling, which is my
I would let you use animal handling since that would make sense here. Go ahead and roll animal handling.
I'm still just picturing like Lewin like throwing spices all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled a natural 1.
Dragons are hard.
Science is hard.
Zane, you are currently the spice fairy, correct?
Yes, I think that's my plan. If I basically thought, oh, maybe I'll try this, and then I started doing it. I just start putting spice on people, like holy. If you know what that, like the color festival, you just throw.
What kind of spices are you pouring on us?
I mix a bunch of spices together.
What if I'm allergic?
Hopefully you're not.
Then, given that you're a bird, I'm going to say you're probably not allergic to the spices.
I'm just making.
Oh, actually, yeah, and the spicy ones might not actually be spicy for you.
They wouldn't be. Right. Capsicum doesn't bother birds.
So I'm covering everyone in spices, and then I run in like a kind of a circle around, like just kind of like dropping some spice here and some spice there, and there's a whole circle of spices all around us.
So I should still cast Pass Without a Trace since you're spicing us to cover our scent.
Yes.
At the same time, while Leowyn has been running around like a madman, just throwing spice on everything, Eliana has been, Starry has been busy casting Leoman's tiny hut. So you now have the hut available.
And I'm casting Pass Without a Trace over the top of it.
Yeah. So you all kind of gather in the hut, I'm guessing, to kind of hide. Let me check something.
This is so silly.
I feel like we've done the equivalent of like painting this wonderful pepper-infused bullseye.
Be like, that smells really
like, hello, please smell us.
Hey guys, maybe this will be the third session or the first session without a death in a while, but maybe not.
Do we know dragons have a certain scent that they're repelled by?
Jen, make a we'll say animal handling check again.
I rolled a 12.
Feces, they don't really like the smell of feces or
I shit everywhere.
Oh jeez.
Bird shit doesn't really have like a really strong smell though.
I bite the 2 tabaxis on the butt until they shit everywhere.
Okay.
Violated.
Now inside of this spice covered yet laid knot.
But I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm pretty sure it's not.
Okay. So this is happening, people.
Oh, I would not even like register. My character wouldn't even register they were doing the spices. I'd be like, fuck you guys, I know what I'm doing, and run off and bite somebody on the butt. I might even bite people I don't know that well.
Nice. So you watch as 4 large dragon legs, boom, land right in front of the door to the hut. And the dragon starts going,
Paprika.
did they season themselves? I love when prey is considerate. Did they use... What smells like cat shit? Come out, wherever you are. You smell delicious.
Like shit?
Do you say this out loud, Jen?
No.
Oh. He's like, I smelled them over here. Where did they go? My pet. And you watch as the unicorn blinks into existence right next to the dragon. Yes, my lord. Where did they go? This is still your domain. Well, they're within 10 or 15 feet of us. They can't be too far away. Well, I don't see them anywhere. Somebody shit? The dragon's like, I don't know. I think it's some of these exotic spices they're using. Have you ever seen somebody spice themselves before they went against the dragon? And the unicorn's sitting there like, well, they did look very considerate. So well, maybe they were thinking ahead. The dragon's just sitting there like, you say they're close. I'm going to go back. Let me know if you find them. And with a beating of his wings, the dragon, whose wingspan is roughly 50 feet, swooshes his arms or his wings down, blowing heavily against the side of the hut. While the hut doesn't move, it sounds like the hut was suddenly put in a tornado. And then he immediately shoots up into the air and flies off. And the unicorn kind of starts pacing around the hut, waiting for you to come out.
So can I make a request then?
Yeah.
Did it keep its damage?
You don't know. It still looks pretty hurt.
I want to pass spike growth.
Well, I'm thinking. So I'm gonna write on a piece of paper if we can have dim lit light.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna write that I can try stunning the unicorn so that it can't teleport away again.
Yes, and then we can kill it, and then I can have all of its blood.
Did you say that out loud?
No,
Jesus.
no, of course not.
Lisa, at the same time as you're saying this, you're still reading. You're like rereading that Fables book.
Oh yeah, we're in the hut again.
Yeah. So
does that sound okay? Like a plan? And then you can all come out right after and try to kill it as fast as possible.
That's smart.
And we can try like prepping spells and stuff to like make it as likely as possible to work.
Mm-hmm. I like the plan. Let's do it.
Okay. Can I get a surprise round?
I'll say yes.
Okay. And do you just get an action in a surprise round, or is it like a full turn?
It's a full turn for you.
Okay. So I get a bonus action. That's the important part. Okay. So I am going to pop out. I guess like I'll wait for it to walk around and then try to pop out behind it. And then I am going to trying to think of what I'm going to do. I'm going to start by basically like whacking at one of its back legs and try to with my quarterstaff. So trying to hit. Can I make a stealth check to try to get advantage on this first attack?
Sure.
Okay. So that is 21.
Okay.
Oh, wait. If we still have pass without a trace, that's 31.
Yeah, you are pretty much still invisible.
Okay. And so I'm going to whack it with advantage.
Whack it.
So that is 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Okay. And then I'm going to spend a key point. Or I guess I'll roll the damage now, first of all. But I'm going to spend a key point to stun it. So the damage is 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
Hold on, Laura. Give it 1 second. We'll pull you in. Go ahead, Zane.
And And so now it has to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. I think it's Constitution. Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
$17.
Okay, so it succeeds that first one. I'm going to try to end up making 3 more attacks.
Okay.
But Laura, do we want to
go ahead and finish your turn, and then we'll
do like initiative. So the next attack, that's probably going to miss. That's a 10 to hit.
A 10 misses.
Okay, and then 21 to hit.
That hits
For 6 bludgeoning damage, and then it has to make another Constitution saving throw. Oh, and sorry, I had to spend this was with the bonus action, and I spent a key point to flurry of blows, so I've now spent 3 key points.
Okay. It rolled an 8.
Okay, it's stunned until the end of my next turn.
Yes.
And also, because this is an attack with my flurry of blows, I'm going to make it so that it has to make a dex saving throw, or it's going to fall prone. Also 14.
5.
Okay, it's also prone.
Nice.
And then I'm going to make one last attack just for good measure. And this one I have advantage because it's stunned and prone. So that's 23 to hit for 6 more bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I'm done.
All right. As the last attack hits the unicorn, you watch as you see its rib cage kind of cave in a little bit.
Ooh.
And it starts gasping for breath, goes down onto, I don't know what it's called, but basically its knees and elbows, and then rolls over to the side, dead.
Okay.
Yes! I quickly run out of the hut, slit its throat, and gather as much blood in my flask as I can.
All right, Lisa, I need you to make another sleight of hand check, this one with advantage.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
Advantage because it's dead.
Yes, basically. Okay. 18, 20, 22.
22. You gather about 5 quarts of unicorn blood.
Yes!
One, right?
Oh, can I also check the ground for any dragon scales?
Yeah, there aren't any.
Like this thing's just shedding.
However, so first of all, do people want to inform Laura of what's been going on while I use the bathroom?
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Laura, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So apparently we went to a forest that was covered in chlorine, and then we ran into a unicorn who likes to work with a dragon, the thrall of a dragon. We attacked it, it ran away, it summoned a dragon, we ran away, Valeria fell into a hole, we fixed that problem, thanks to Virgin, and then we decided to build a giant tent covered in shit and spices. Hide from the dragon.
I basically bit you on the ass until you pooped.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Literally shit and spices.
The dragon went away, and he told the unicorn to keep searching, and so Lewin stunned the unicorn and killed it. And so I think now we're kind of off the hook, at least for a little while. But the dragon is in the direction of what's-her-face's village, Kaya's village.
Yeah.
So we've either got to find a way to go around this forest, or we just have to go through it and hope to God the dragon doesn't find us.
I'm going to circle back to the poop-covered hut for a second here.
Well, Jen thought poop was a good idea.
Hut again.
Okay, my bad.
What?
It works better than spices.
Did you just say it was cat shit?
Yeah, I bit you until you shit yourself.
We were trying to cover the hut in things that would deter the dragon's sense of smell because we realized that if we hid, the dragon would still be able to find us. So we thought maybe
The tiny hut probably
really
would.
spicy spices, that might help.
It apparently
I would have
hunts.
said that the tiny hut would have probably worked a little better, but
We used the tiny hut. We used Pass Without a Trace, but Tony told us this dragon because I know dragons. We knew that this dragon actually hunts by scent.
okay. Well, just so you guys know, my character is now mortified because she prides herself on her image, and you guys just basically got her to shit her pants.
We're sorry. I'm sorry. My character has no charisma.
My character has all the charisma.
Mine's like, why are you upset? I shit every 15 minutes.
Yeah, all the time.
Selenia, can you try to heal me again, maybe?
Yeah, I was about to ask you, how far, where are you at on health-wise?
I have 30 hit points out of 52.
Okay, so you could use some health.
Yeah.
Let me just figure out what's the right healing. I got all these healing spells, and I don't really know what the fuck half of them do at this point, so.
Okay.
So, I have a question.
Okay.
First of all, is everybody caught up? Everybody knows what's going on?
Shit hut.
Huh?
I yelled shit hut.
Yeah. Zane, are you back in the hut, or did you stay outside the hut?
I definitely would like to go back in the hut. I might respond with a little bit of shock at Illyria's behavior, slitting the unicorn's throat. And if you don't really give a good answer, I'm just going to go back in the hut and try to forget what you're doing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to cast something on Illyria, because this is not an acceptable behavior.
Also, Illyria, as soon as the unicorn died, you went back to kind of feeling crazy.
Great.
So, I got this spell called Zone of Truth that makes her tell the truth, it looks like. Create a magical sphere, 50-foot radius, and choice until the spell ends. Creature that enters this area for the first time have to make a charisma saving throw. If fail, on a fail, the creature can't speak deliberate lie in a radius.
I mean, you might also just tell the truth, and then I'd just still be kind of mortified.
Can you maybe heal me first, and then I'll tell
No. We're going to find out why you're slitting unicorn throats. We're going to find out why you're slitting these unicorns' throat and covering yourself in blood.
There might be some important information in there.
Yeah, before I'm spending time healing this person, because I'm a Celestial Bane, and I kind of like those Celestial Banes, even though that one was crazy and tried to gore me.
So, quick question, Henry. Are you doing this inside or outside of the hut?
I think we've all gone back into the hut at this point.
Yeah, I'm just inside the hut. Like we're in a little powwow circle, and I want to know why this person's covered in blood. And
so you guys know how telepathy works, right?
No.
Yeah, like the unicorn can think really hard, like they're here, and then we all go back into the hut. But then the dragon hears the unicorn and its dying cry, and then we're fucked.
So the dragon, with what it was telling the unicorn, was all a show for you. Telepathically, he and the unicorn decided that he would circle above and wait to see if you guys came out to attack it. You did.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
The dragon is now standing right outside the hut.
Oh, so I run out, kill unicorn, and then look up like uh-oh.
Yeah, so now you're all back inside the hut, but the dragon knows for 100% certainty that you are there.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, why did they slit his throat?
He doesn't really care. So, Henry, you're casting Zone of Truth.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm casting that crap.
Okay.
We got to tell the truth for a while.
Well, maybe we should deal with the dragon first.
Well, we're in a nice little bubble for 8 hours. Why don't we just hang out for 8 hours?
What about when that 8 hours is done?
Well, the same problems. We got 8 hours to figure out a solution to this problem. So
And then we all feel better about one another.
Yeah.
All right, Henry, if you were casting this spell, I need everyone else to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Ooh.
Charisma?
I'm really bad at this.
I'm gonna fail.
Boom, charisma, bitches.
I rolled a 6.
I got a natural 20.
I got a -2.
Is this the same thing as being charmed, or is this different?
It's tag as control.
Lisa, I think that it would have to say that you were charmed in the spell.
Okay.
If it doesn't, Henry, then it works. Otherwise, she gets advantage.
Okay. It does say that you cannot tell me answers, but you can't lie.
Okay.
So
No,
you don't have
Because I got negative, I'm just going to assume that I start blurting stuff out for no reason.
Okay. I am
Say
going to
whatever.
go throw my food away real quick, and you guys decide how this is going to go down.
Well, I rolled a 10. What
I
did we
rolled a
do?
24.
So let me pull this up real quick. The zone of truth save is 14.
Ah.
So
Wait, how far does the zone of truth go? Like, is the dragon affected by it? Okay.
15 feet, so circle. So it'll be a little outside of the hut.
Yeah, Tony said it was outside.
Yeah. So we can talk to the dragon.
Oh, I speak Draconic.
Do you?
Tony, you're going upstairs to use the restroom, right?
Yeah, I went upstairs to use the restroom. Why?
My character has a preferred enemy of dragons, primordials, drow, and Orin.
Well, first things first, I want to know about this bloodletting, Valeria. Why are you gathering unicorn blood with such fervor?
Well, a long time ago, before you came, I was part of a different group of adventurers, and we became cursed by this, this beast. And now, if I wait too long, I have this horrible urge to gather as much knowledge as I can. And if I find all of the words to the spell, I slip into this deep, horrible sleep for days at a time and don't wake up. And if I don't solve the problem or whatever, if I don't heal myself, I will die and turn into one of these creatures myself.
Oh my god.
So I'm collecting all the things that I need to create the potion, because the only way to keep myself from going crazy is to have someone cast greater restoration on me, because lesser restoration will only keep me healed for a short period of time. Also, you could have just asked me this and I would have told you.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Just throwing that out there, man.
I don't know you well enough to trust you, but now I know you're telling the truth.
True.
By the way, while this is happening, you hear a really loud scratching noise outside the hut. And as you look up, you see as the dragon is sharpening its talons on the hut.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
So Tony, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying that's sweet.
Oh, I speak Draconic. I'm not very charismatic, but I do have high animal handling and nature. I don't know if those count.
And you're in the zone of truth?
Yeah.
I know I am. I was just going to say we mean you no harm in Draconic.
Is that a lie?
I mean, I wasn't going to attack it. Were you guys?
No.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Lisa,
I say yes, but in common. So.
Yeah. Lisa, I have a feeling that you aren't being entirely truthful when you say no, you weren't going to attack it.
Okay, maybe I was just going to take one scale. That's all. Just one scale. And then I'd leave it alone forever.
We could have just asked.
What do you need a scale for?
The potion.
Oh, well, it's very important. Maybe we should take his scale. Just one scale, sir. Then we'll be out of the woods.
We really, really don't want to fight with him. He already knows we're here, so I might as well talk to him.
We could ask him if he knows. Does he know Usen?
Oh, yeah, okay. So,
You should send.
hey, friend. Do you know Usid? We know Usid, and he's a cool guy. He's a guy. Actually, I don't want to say cool. He's a guy.
Oh. Would Fendrick want to know if he's met his dragon? I think Fendrick would want to know that.
Fenwick might. And Fenwick probably yells that. But does he speak common or only draconic?
This dragon is old enough to also speak common.
Okay, well, I'm speaking to him in draconic when I say this stuff because I'm trying to, like, create a bond of I understand your language and I don't want to fight you. So essentially what I'm saying is we don't want to fight you. We're on a quest to try and save our friend who's dying. Your unicorn friend attacked us, and we were just trying to protect ourselves, and we don't want to fight with you.
I understand. The unicorn had lost its way. I tried to teach it better. You say you need a scale. And you see as it like digs back as if it's preening on its back. It pulls off a loose scale.
What color is this dragon?
Green.
Oh, it's a good green?
No.
Oh, boy.
And it lays the scale on the ground about 20 feet away from the hut.
Nobody move!
Does
That's
anyone
the
have
crap
mage?
I've ever seen it.
Don't do it! Nobody move.
Do you want to check if John has mage hand?
Wait.
Don does have, Fenwick has mage hand.
I offer this scale in peace.
But the dragon's in a zone of truth.
No, he's not. He's outside the zone of truth. I offer you this scale in peace. Come on and let me see you so we can talk.
Matt has insight. Matt, do you want to see if you have insight and can tell if he's lying?
Actually, we can do that with animal handling. I have proficiency in animal handling, and I can deduce an animal's notions or whatever.
So Ben has plus 6.
An animal, though.
Yeah, I have +6 to animal handling.
I got that +6 to insight.
Yeah, Matt has 7 to insight.
Oh, that's all an insight then. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have +7 to deception and +10 to performance.
But you can't
And
lie.
+7
We're
to
inside of
persuasion.
a zone of truth, Laura, so deception doesn't count right now.
But I rolled a 24 when we rolled for
Yeah, so Laura could lie. But I'm going to say we probably want Matt to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Insight?
Roll insight, Matt.
Oh, I got a 10 with my proficiency.
So 16.
No, I got a
17.
No.
no, I got a 10 total, including insight. I rolled a 3. Sorry, guys.
Was that at advantage or not?
That is not with advantage. That's just with his proficiency bonus.
Sorry.
All right. Thanks, happen.
Wait. I cast, what is it called? Bardic Inspiration.
It's too late.
Yeah,
No, you don't know the result.
It's
Yeah, he
too late
said
for
we
you to
failed.
cast Bardic Inspiration for it to affect his roll,
Yeah,
though.
you have to cast Bardic Inspiration before he makes his roll. And we
No, this can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
The inspiration can be added after seeing the roll before knowing. But
Dang.
the spell, it doesn't stop like
Okay.
that.
I didn't understand because I thought I didn't know how the rules worked when we're not in combat.
No, I understand.
While this is happening, I'm gonna like poke Fenwick and ask him to get the scale with his hand of stealthiness.
So can Fenwick use a combination of sleight of hand, stealth, or something of that manner to use mage hand and try and sneak the...
Go ahead and have him cast Mage Hand and then roll a stealth check.
Hold on one sec. Okay, so mage hand and then stealth check.
Yeah.
Because he has a +3 to stealth.
Can I distract the dragon by playing a song talking about a nice dragon in the woods?
You can certainly try.
What do I roll for that? Would that be performance?
That would be a performance check.
John rolled a natural 20.
I rolled a 20, but not natural.
The dragon rolled a natural 20 to see through your bullshit, Laura. But it did not roll a natural 20 to see what's going on with Fenthwick.
He rolled a natural 20, so...
It wasn't bullshit. I don't know what he's doing. I'm just trying to keep the dragon happy at this point.
Okay. So the dragon hears the tune, isn't really paying attention to Fenthwick, is kind of talking about his great exploits and how he's so happy to see humans in this neck of the woods again, as he is sharpening his claws on the tiny hut. And then, like, you see as he, like, pulls out and, like, starts picking in his teeth with his sharpened claws, and he gets a little bit too vigorous and pokes himself in the gum, and it starts bleeding. But
I hate when that happens. I say still in common.
So, John kind of reaches out and gets the scale and gives it to Lisa. Lisa, you now have the scale, the blood, the crawler thingy, and one of the other pieces of it.
I have the flower.
You have all of the stuff for it. Huh?
What?
Yes.
You have all of the components for it now because it's. You don't. Oh, you don't have the Kruthic. You don't have the fish.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only thing I don't have.
Yeah. Other than that, you have all of the other pieces. The dragon kind of looks down where he left the scale, sees that it's gone. You're very clever, you, however many you are. I have a task that requires somebody with your intellect. Why don't we go back to my home and we can discuss it?
I thought we were at his home.
You're in his lair, but he has like a specific area where he has a nest in his lair.
I vote that we don't go back with him, but we offer to hear him out on his plan.
Well, the problem is I have all of the details written up on the wall, and I can't remember everything.
Why don't you go home and refresh your memory on those details, and we will meet you back here in just a short while.
Oh, by the time I get back here, I'll have forgotten about it. You know, old age.
But how could we forget? I mean, a quest from a dragon, that's quite exciting. We've been on a quest with a dragon before, actually. We quite enjoyed it.
I'm not worried about you forgetting. I'll forget before I even get back here, and I won't remember what to tell you, and I'll have to eat you because I'll be so frustrated. So
but I thought that you were so intelligent.
Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea. I am quite intelligent.
Just out of curiosity, does this dragon also have a yellow toupee?
No. But he does have the biggest brain.
Okay.
He really does insist that you come back to his lair. He promises that no harm will come from him.
How do we know that we can trust you?
So he says, I smell magic. Does one of you know a spell about honesty?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. That's my
Oh,
thing.
wonderful. Let me walk into the zone of truth, and I will prove to you that I will not attack you.
But he can actually lie to us in the zone of truth if he...
I won't even try to deceive you. I won't even try to see if I can deceive you.
Can I roll for, would it be investigation or perception, something, or insight to see if he's lying or see what kind of vibe I get from him?
It would be insight. Go ahead.
I think he's lying through his teeth.
Can I do insight too? Because,
I'm
my
19.
zone of truth.
Yeah, go ahead and do insight as well, Henry.
I like my circle. So I rolled a 16 plus proficiency, which is 6. So 22.
All right, so 22 and 19. He seems to be telling the truth.
Wow.
All right, I'm kind of pro Dragon Quest at this point.
Okay, I could go on a dragon quest as long as he's being truthful.
I mean, it's what the Sphere of Truth is supposed to do. I tend to
And I
trust him.
suppose that in 6 hours we'd be outside of this hut anyway.
Yeah. And then we have to fight him. In this case, like, we might not have to fight him.
This is true.
Yeah.
Although in his home, it's quite possible that it'll be a lot harder to fight him.
It's
Sorry,
true.
you defeated a dragon inside of their lair, so I feel like we're fine.
You talked to a dragon inside of it.
Witted a dragon in his lair, not beat him.
We definitely.
We
And it was
stole from a dragon
a young
inside of his
dragon.
lair.
Are you saying this out loud? You
No.
stole from a dragon?
I actually
Well, my
say in
character
common,
wouldn't
we
even
stole
know.
from a dragon inside of his lair. Wait,
You
no, I
don't
was.
know that.
I don't know that. I'm sorry. I don't say that.
My character doesn't know that either.
Please.
Sorry, I wasn't there.
It's okay. It's better that you weren't because it means you didn't say it.
Yes.
Does our insight checks, can we tell what the dragon is telling the truth about? Like if this is a half truth?
He seems to be telling the truth about not attacking you right now. Yeah, he doesn't. There's not a hint of ill will in his voice.
I mean, what I wonder is what we would get out of this. We have very pressing matters to attend to.
I don't make you into my personal toothpick.
Oh, well, I don't want that to happen.
Very good. Then follow me. And he starts walking through the jungle. And you see, as he's walking through the forest, the trees actually seem to move out of his way.
Oh, jeez.
What does that mean? Why'd you say, oh,
He's
geez?
really powerful, probably. He might have, like, druid levels or something crazy.
He's like Nature Dragon. The
He
worst
is,
dragon.
he is an adult green dragon.
I'm going to follow him.
I'm following it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pro Dragon Quest at this point. Let's see what's going on.
Kaya! That's obnoxious.
Leoman's hut and follow the dragon.
Okay. Who is anybody like completely opposed to following this dragon? Like F everything, I'm not doing it.
I mean, my character is not incredibly impressed with the idea
Okay.
because she has her favorite enemy. One of them is dragons, so she's a little like off put by the fact that we would even consider working with one.
Okay.
Think of the possibilities of hunting it. Like,
Oh,
That's
does
very wise.
the
So
character
just
say
made a
that
walk.
to me?
Gaia.
Gaia, stop squeaking.
So, like, you might be able to hunt this dragon.
Does your character say that out loud?
Nah, you're just think about this, Jen. You're gonna be your guy knows that this dragon. You're gonna be following. You're gonna learn about this dragon. You're gonna be able to actually hunt.
You're right. My character's probably interested enough in following and understanding a dragon that she'd be more inclined to follow because she knows she could actually learn and finish writing her beast manual.
Okay. How big is this dragon? Overall
Hey,
length?
did you see my message?
Let me look.
Hank,
Oh,
did you see my message?
no, I didn't.
I just need to know what to do.
I mean, yeah, I'll heal you. We had a conversation. I'm relatively happy with it.
I'm just thinking, in like T-minus 10 seconds, we're going to be stuck in this dragon's lair. I'd really like to have more health than I do right now.
So, how efficient is a healing potion versus healing?
Healing potion. If you do the right healing spell, it'll be just as efficient.
Okay. Well, let's see here.
Hey Tony, can my character
I'm just
be
gonna do cure wounds again on her and see how this turns out.
Okay. What was that, Laura?
Oh, I was gonna say, as we're like following this dragon, can I be like, since my charisma's so high, like my character would just be like trying to chat him up, make him feel good, try to maybe get
Okay, I'm gonna do
creative
second.
information out of him that he doesn't realize he's saying because I'm asking, like I'm talking to him so much. Like, basically, I'm, like,
15.
complimenting the crap out of him.
Okay, so you're basically filleting the dragon with your words.
What do I roll? Do I roll for that?
I'll give you a performance roll, but I need to know what Henry just rolled.
Well, it was a 9.
A 9 to
four. It was a 13 was the total.
Okay, so
I did a second level cure wounds.
all right. So Lisa, you received 13 points of health back. Laura, what did you roll for your performance checks?
I rolled a 23.
A 23. The dragon is enthralled by yourself, by your stories and your narcissism. To think that a dragon would give a shit about what a puny human would have to say.
Well, shouldn't it like narcissism? Because dragons are narcissistic by nature.
It does. It does. It loves the fact that she's very narcissistic. It makes him feel
like you're.
Has it given up any information that I've noticed that maybe it didn't realize from all the talking about itself?
It's given up that it's been around here for a very, very long time. There used to be an entire civilization of humans that would come and worship him, and after a while they died out. And he misses the adoration that he got from all of these little humans that were running around.
We could spread his tales far and wide. You could do that, Laura.
You could. You are a bard.
Convince the dragon and be like, I would be your biggest advocate, and I could, sing the great tales of the mighty green dragon of the forest.
I tell you what, you successfully finished this task I have for you, and we can talk afterward. How about that?
So basically, I'm trying to butter him up and get him on my side so that if anything happens, it's a little easier to deal with.
So you continue walking northeast, deeper and deeper into the fog. As you get closer to his nest, you start to see the outline of a city in the distance. And as you continue walking closer, the city walls appear to be crumbled. The buildings, while most construction even nowadays is pretty basic, this is an even more basic construction. All of the buildings are very blocky. The windows are basically just holes cut in the concrete of the walls, or the stonework of the walls. And dominating the center of this city is a large step temple. So if you think a Mayan type temple with the altar on top, so the middle of the city is dominated by this, and right next to this temple is a very large lake. The fog in this area is intense, but even with the intensity of the fog, you can make out some forest green colored tile work inlaid in the walls of the temple and some of the buildings nearby. On the side of the temple, using these green tiles, you see what looks like a large dragon kind of built out of a tile mosaic.
So he's telling the truth. He was adorized.
Yeah.
Here so.
He continues walking towards the temple, and he walks around the side of the temple, and on the side of the temple is a large green wooden door. And as he approaches it, he reaches out with one clawed arm and rips the door, or like swings the door open with a flourish, and continues down a set of stairs under the temple.
Yes, we follow him.
Well, I suppose we do.
Let's keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
So you continue into the temple, and as you're walking by, you see a number of kobolds in various rooms of the temple, and as you go deeper. Pretty much they're cleaning things, they're making sure that there's food for the dragon, and basically they're doing a bunch of housework for the dragon. So as you guys continue deeper and deeper under the temple, you see what looks like an armory that was built by the ancient humans that lived here to kind of help protect the dragon in times of strife.
Do I notice what's in the room?
Laura, make a perception check.
19.
So most of the items in the room appear to be your basic armor and weapons, but they have a slight blue tinge to them, and for some reason, and you think maybe your eyes are playing tricks on you, the armor and weapons doesn't seem to be sitting still. It seems to have a slight vibration to it.
I message my brother and tell him what I saw.
Okay. Matt, did you get that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's vibrating slightly.
Yeah.
No, he didn't get it.
Was there a second part?
Yes.
Laura, what did
Well,
you message?
just basically because I know that he'd be interested in knowing that, and if any of us were able to possibly slip away to investigate them, he would probably be the one to do it, or it's just to take note for in case something goes south.
That makes sense.
Okay. So you continue down into the temple, and in front of you, another a set of double doors about 50 feet tall and arched, and also in an emerald green color. And the dragon reaches out its two clawed hands and opens the doors, and in front of you is a towering throne built out of a single piece of flawless emerald. And the dragon saunters over to the throne, curls its legs underneath it, and sits down on the throne.
Hi.
Come in, my loyal subjects, please. Let me inform you as what?
I said nobody said we were loyal.
He is assuming you're loyal because you would have to be an idiot to go into his throne room without knowing that backstabbing him would have repercussions.
Well, maybe we're idiots.
And remember, I've been talking him up the whole time and buttering him up.
Yeah. He believes that Laura, at least, is a very loyal subject.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Well, as you know, it wasn't always dark around here. There used to be lovely light, and now in the darkness, all of my wonderful bird companions can't see. This will not do.
This is a strange new occurrence.
It is. I've lived in these parts for the better part of 7 centuries, and it has never gone dark like this. I tell you what.
Do you know what is causing the darkness?
No clue. But I can't have a domain that is completely in darkness. It just will not do.
I ask him who his bird friends are.
Well, you'll notice that in many of the trees around here, there's a thriving bird community, and well, they help me know what's going on in my community, in my wonderful area.
Did I notice any in the trees as we walked in?
Yeah, I mean, they look like your pretty standard birds. They have a
regular
slight
birds,
green
like
tint. What?
regular birds, not like Kaya or whatever.
Yeah, they are regular birds, and the only like strange thing is their eyes have a green tint to them.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna continue the story if you have a question. And
No, I'm good.
okay, so this poses a conundrum for me. I must not continue to live in constant darkness. It's bad for my complexion. It's bad for my bird friends. It must be fixed. And as far as I can tell, there are two possible solutions. And he like tense his clawed hands together, and it's like an awkward looking tent because he has these razor sharp claws that he just sharpened on Laura's hut.
Mm. Oh, my poop hut.
Yeah, your poop hut has dragon scratches on it. Sorry. So he's sitting there.
It's gone the minute I walk away from it. So actually all the spices in the poop, the minute I walked out of the hut, kind of went...
Well, that's good, because that thing was going to smell terrible. Just give it a day. It was not going to be a place you wanted to return. So he tenses his clawed hands. He's like, so there are two possible solutions. I've seen a human village to the east of here. They have an ingenious solution to the problem for growing their little plants. They have mages outside that continuously cast a light spell. For the size of my domain, I would imagine I would need 50 of these humans. So if I could get you to collect, well, some of them may die on the way, I might get hungry, about 80 wizards to help me illuminate my region, that would be great.
This seems like a trap.
I ask him, I say, wouldn't it be easier to send us on a mission to figure out what's wrong with the light?
Honestly, no. That sounds like too much of a bother. I think it has something to do with, I don't know, it's something big. Something big has happened. It's not worth the trouble. Just collect the 80 sorcerers or wizards and we'll be good, I think.
This is the way I handle problems.
Or there is a second solution. That second solution is there's a rare type of dragon called an orange dragon. Now, I can't subjugate an adult orange dragon. They would be far too much trouble. So what I need you to do is I need you to collect 6 orange dragon eggs and bring them to me.
Eggs?
Yes, dragon eggs.
Okay.
Both of these solutions are quite okay with me. And honestly, if you have to mix and match, maybe 3 eggs and 40 humans, I really don't care, as long as we get the solution figured out.
What does the orange dragon do that is so valuable? Does it produce UV light?
It produces a radiant, so its breath is a radiant attack. And if he were to, like, eviscerate a young orange dragon, he could, like, get the part out of it and use it as like a continuous light source.
That's horrible.
He is literally a fucking green dragon. What did you expect?
He's evil.
But the orange
these orange dragons, as a radiant, do they have any celestial qualities to them?
No. They're just like me. They're what you would call evil.
Okay.
Are you as evil as a green dragon?
I like to believe that I am not evil. I simply have my own best wishes at heart.
Tony, I go.
What,
I
Laura?
say, well, if you know anything about how to fix the light, if we helped you with that along the way, we would just praise the green dragon. Everybody in the land would praise the green dragon for his ability to bring light back. And everyone would be showering you with gifts and anything you desired.
Fine. I do like being showered with gifts and praise. You do have a good point there. So I tell you what, either of the first two solutions would work, or I could simply have you go and try to figure out how to solve the light issue. If you decide to solve the light issue, however, since it's not something that I know how to do, I would need to, I would need to be able to see through your eyes.
What? See through our eyes?
Yes, it's a very short, nearly painless ceremony where I rip out your eyes, I replace them with green gems, and your vision comes straight back to me.
Yeah, I'm good. No thanks.
Is it reversible?
Never tried before.
Yeah. I'm going to pass.
We're just going to know.
Well, what if we were to perhaps collect some orange dragon eggs? Would it, if we were to collect some, perhaps it could tide you over until the larger problem is solved?
That's a damn good idea.
Or what if we took a small mouse from your forest and kept it as our pet, and you saw through the mouse's eyes?
See,
We could sit on my shoulder, we could feed it every day.
See, my problem with that is you have no connection to the mouse. What's to stop you from getting hungry and eating the mouse? Whereas if I did it to one of you, say, the small one.
Because she's a bird and he likes birds.
Okay.
No, I was thinking Fenthwick.
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad about Fenthwick getting this. I'm not actually speaking this out loud.
Maybe Fenthwick would enjoy having his eyes ripped out and replaced.
I'm not so sure. But what if Fenthwick created something that could have eyes? Like, is there some solution?
A robot?
No. I much prefer my solution. It's tried and true. Take it or leave it.
I don't think that's a very nice thing.
Well, he only said that if we're trying to solve the overall issue that we need to have the gem eyes.
Right,
like,
so we can go collect these dragon eggs and...
why don't we just go collect the dragon eggs, guys?
Yeah, I think
I'm
that's...
sure I'm
Do you
behind
have any
collecting
idea?
dragon eggs. He's gonna rip out their being.
Let's go collect the dragon eggs, guys.
I messaged Jen's character, and if she's like sounding very apprehensive about this, I message in her head, we can figure all of the extras out once we're out of this dragon's lair.
Well,
You know what? That is a great idea, young lady. So, you wish to double cross me once you leave, and the doors slam shut behind you. Maybe I should keep one of you. Leverage.
Great work, guys. Also, Jen, don't you hate dragons and want to kill them anyway?
I don't hate them. They're my favorite enemy. And that doesn't necessarily mean that I hate them. It means that they're an enemy I have adaptability to track.
Well, orange dragons are evil.
Like, she just loves to fight.
Yeah. Orange dragons are super evil still, Jen.
So
they are? I thought you said
it
they were
could be a good thing to keep those orange dragons from going out and causing havoc and such.
Well, then fine. Yeah, I'll trade 6 baby dragons to 1.
Good. I'm glad we were able to come to some non-violent agreement.
I thought you said they were good, Tony. I'm sorry.
No, they have radiant breath, but they're super evil.
I guess I heard radiant, and my brain was like, orange dragons are good. Radiant.
Yeah, but my brain went too. And then a dragon said they were good. I don't trust dragons.
An easy thing is colors are always evil, and then the metals are good.
Yeah.
Or
as he is continuing this conversation, he calls over one of the small kobolds in the corner. He's like, "Please come here. I need you. I think I have something stuck in my back tooth here. Can you get it out for me?" And as the kobold reaches all the way back, the dragon goes, and eats the kobold.
Yeah.
Laura or Lisa, did you have a question?
No, why?
Because you had your hand up earlier.
Oh, no, I think I was like, I don't know, wiggling my hair around or something.
I do have a question for the green dragon.
Yes.
I'm sorry, magnificent one. Where exactly would we go to find orange dragons? Is there a place that they frequent?
There is. And he beckons two more kind of now scared kobolds over from the corner. Please, bring in the map.
There's a kobold stuck in the back of my mouth. Could you get it out, please?
Please, bring in the map. And like they call in two others and they carry in this gigantic map. Let me share screen real quick so I can. So, orange dragons do tend to hide, as the cowards they are, in mountainous areas. Honestly, little bird person, I believe I've seen your kind before in the mountains to the north. Not too far beyond that, you should be able to find some orange dragons. Look for the smell of sulfur and look for unnaturally bright places. If you can find the 6 dragon eggs, and honestly, maybe one would break, so you might want to have like an extra one somewhere. If you can find me these dragon eggs and bring them to me, we can begin the aspect of where you start to hatch them, and then we cut out their hearts.
Oh boy.
Is it possible that your kobold servants here could do quite a bit of that? I don't know that I'm I don't know, ready to do such a thing.
Well, we can discuss it when you're back. We'll see how things go, and we'll discuss it when you come back. How about that? Does that work?
I asked him, do you have anything to help aid us in retrieving these eggs for you?
You have my permission to go into my armory and pick out anything in that room. However, if I catch you in my hoard, I don't want to have to tell you what would happen. Just don't be stupid. You look smart.
I hope that everyone here understands.
I give him a big curtsy and kind of like backwards start walking out.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Got some weapons on the way out.
I want to check out the armory.
Yeah, I'm pro armory as well.
He points at Laura. He points at your character. Says, "Young lady, how would you like to stay? Let these other riffraff go. I'm enthralled by your story."
She needs to go on the adventure with us to be able to better tell the story.
I am just deeply moved to tell your story on the towns that we pass on our way to our quest so I can spread the word.
Oh, very well, very well. If you're going to tell my stories here, I have some books. And he calls over 2 more kobolds. And he pulls out books and books that he has written. He has had kobolds write these for him, and they're all about his wonderful, what he has done in his life.
There's so many books.
So he's telling me to take the books and be able to actually be more accurate.
Yes.
Okay, I pick up the books and I kind of like lumber out with the books. And I'm sure Lisa ran over to the books and grabbed a bunch and ran out.
Yes, I can help you carry some of those.
Okay, so
And this way you can like have citations whenever you talk or write about him.
exactly. And honestly, none of those have been properly published yet. You may wish to find a printer who can mass market them. I don't have any coin to give you, but I'm sure you can find a way to cover the costs. Go, be free. Again, armory is okay. Horde is not.
All right. Let's go check out this armor.
Yeah.
Things I want to ask about that I want.
All right. So you go back to the armory, and there's honestly weapons of all shapes and sizes in there, as well as shields, metal armors, and a couple of leather armors. Nothing strikes you as magical, but these are definitely not made out of your everyday steel.
So,
Can I use identify on one?
Actually, can I do that? I have proficiency with blacksmithing.
Yeah,
I don't know if that would be better than Laura's.
Lisa, go ahead and use your proficiency in blacksmithing for this. It would be better than identify, because Laura, identify would just tell you if it was magical, what the properties were, and they're not magical.
There are no magical weapons.
I was giving a blue hue.
They have a blue hue to them, but they're not magical.
Okay.
What would I roll, Tony?
I am trying to think of that. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Where is the thing? If I was a thingy, where would I go? Let's see. This is Illyria. Lisa, roll an investigation check.
Okay. Dang, 10. Can I roll at advantage?
Actually, the DC on this is rather low. I've just got to find the actual thing. The proficiency in metalworking, the DC is low. I need to go to our Google Drive because that's where it should be.
Our group is turning kind of evil.
What's going kind of evil?
Our group?
You're not evil. You just don't have a moral compass.
Right now, no, we definitely don't.
well, I mean, we would die if we fight dragon.
You might not die.
Yeah, we might be able to take this guy. Or he could have just run away, maybe.
Well,
Are we all discussing?
Illyria fell in a hole, so we got kind of stuck on hole problem.
All right, guys.
Are there
I mean-
kobolds around us right now?
Yeah, there are probably a dozen kobolds just kind of sniffing around, trying to figure out what you are.
Can I cast light on an item so I can see it a little bit better and maybe make the kobolds not see so well?
Sure.
Yeah, I want to do that.
The kobolds immediately start yipping and kind of like biting each other and walking away.
Yeah, fuck you, kobolds.
As you light up the room, the shine of all of the metal in there kind of like is almost blinding. Lisa, you recognize this as vibronic.
Ooh.
So vibronic weapons are rather brittle. So if you roll a critical 1, so if you roll a critical fail on a weapon attack, the weapon automatically breaks.
Oh, wow.
However, if you hit, you get plus 2d8 to your
Wow.
damage.
Wow.
Any armor that you get that is made of vibronic automatically has a plus 2 to its armor class. So if your armor would normally have a 14 armor class, it's automatically a 16. And while wearing armor made of vibronic, you have resistance to fire and lightning damage.
Well, I definitely want some armor.
Or
Yeah.
is it really brittle though? Like if we get hit, does it break?
If you get
Yes,
hit with
I
a critical hit, so if you get hit by something and it's a critical hit, you roll a d6, and whatever it lands on, so let's say it's a 4, you subtract 4 from the armor class.
Okay. Well, my character wants to find some sweet mail and a mace of some type.
Okay, that's easy enough. Again, this is a rather large armory, and you can find pretty much any armor or weapon that you would want in here. However, they do not count as magical.
Fair enough. But my stuff's steel right now anyway, so better.
Is there? I know I have a short bow. Do they have? I'm guessing if it has a short bow, the arrows are what's important. So do they have like arrows?
There are, yeah, we'll say there are enough arrows for both your character and Jen's character to take probably
How about
40 each.
40.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
40 each.
Okay.
How about crossbow bolts?
Crossbow bolts, there's the same number of crossbow bolts as there were arrows. So since you're not dividing them amongst other people, it's 80.
Well, actually, can I ask a question on that?
Yeah.
I actually wanted I wanted to understand what the best bows are. Is my character has proficiency in archery? Is a crossbow the best bow?
Let me look. I think that so the issue with a crossbow is it technically requires a loading action.
Yeah, usually crossbows aren't that great unless you have something like the crossbow expert feat.
I don't. I have archery expertise.
Yeah, so it's probably better for you to stick with your short bow. Maybe go with a longbow instead.
Is that more efficient?
I think the longbow would probably be better, yeah.
And there's no magical ones?
There's nothing magical in this armory, unfortunately.
Lame.
But I'm guessing there's longbow arrows and a longbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could say that there are longbow arrows and a longbow.
So then she can have all the short bow if she wants them, and I can take all the longbow?
Yeah. So we'll go 80 and 80.
Okay, and then so I'm still used to my druid character. What kind of armor can my character have?
Let's look. Starry
I
sky.
want to say it's like medium or something, but I don't remember.
Let me look. Features and traits. You can only have light armor.
Okay.
So yeah, so you only have light armor proficiency.
I think Tabaxi and Aarakocra can only have light armor because they're very stealthy.
Maybe.
So that would mean leather armor that's in there that I get?
Yeah, let me look at the different types of leather that I made for our game. See if there's anything equally as awesome as the...
Okay. And can I also get like a dagger or something?
Also, Tony, what's the best medium armor that I can find in armory?
Let me look. So unfortunately, I didn't get around to making the leathers. So give me a second on those.
You can always get
I want some too, actually.
Okay. So yeah, it'll take a minute for me to figure out something to make it
What? Okay.
pretty awesome.
Is
So
there anything really cool for John to find in here that he'll want?
Oh, yeah. Metal or anything that he'll want to collect?
So Henry, the best as far as still being able to be stealthy would be a breastplate, or the best for like armor class overall would be a half plate.
Okay.
But if you do the half plate, you have disadvantage on stealth checks.
Okay. Is that medium or heavy?
That's medium.
Medium. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably stick with scale just because
Go with breastplate then. Because
breastplate.
scale mail you have disadvantage on stealth checks.
Okay.
But breastplate you don't.
Thank you.
Question. It's getting kind of late, and I'm sure everybody else has things they need to start doing. Should we just finish dealing with what we want to get from this place over text, maybe?
That would be fine.
Yeah, and also let John decide what he wants, right?
Yeah.
That might be a good
Yeah,
idea.
because he might even just want like scrap metal
Yeah,
or something.
might just be like taking things apart and taking all the metal.
You really could. All right. So you guys are now employed by an evil adult green dragon.
Nice.
Hopefully everybody had fun. That is the second dragon encounter where you guys. Huh?
I didn't die.
That is true. That is the second dragon encounter that you guys have gone, we don't really want to fight it. We'll talk our way out of it.
Well, I mean, it is a dragon.
I will say that if you try to talk your way out of a fight with a dragon that you're trying to steal the eggs from, you might have a problem.
We just keep pushing the ball further down the road. Eventually, we'll have to fight a dragon.
But I'm resistant to radiant damage, so this might be all right.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. It is.
All right, so we'll continue working on what everybody's going to get through text. I'm going to stop the recording, and we'll talk about the next time we want to get together.